Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is a model launched in 2015 from the rarely seen Nautilus high jewelry collection. You're looking at the Nautilus 5723/1R-001. So this is a full rose gold watch with 32 bezel diamonds amounting to 3.79 carats. And then we have diamond indices on the dial amounting to 0.24 carats. So quite a bit of diamonds on a watch that is also massive in gold, with a total mass of 181.35 grams. The watch is 40 millimeters in diameter, 9.1 millimeters thick, lug to lug if we're just measuring the case. Then it is a reasonable 44.6 millimeters. And then if we measure the first end link to its opposite number, the more representative distance across the wrist is a substantial 49 millimeters, but there is some curvature built in there. We'll throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, and the watch wears nicely. I could actually say that this watch would wear well on a wrist as small as 14 centimeters. Mine is 16, and I'm not pushing anything to the limits. It is flat. It will slide underneath a tight dress cuff. Taking a quick look at the bracelet, this is a big part of what you pay for when you buy a Nautilus. The quality of the decoration on the individual links and the tolerances, including the step down being so subtle you can barely feel it. Press the bracelet to one side with your finger, and then run your thumb alongside the links, and it's hard to even feel the break from link to link. Once you close these links up, you really understand how precisely these are machined. Polish and satin with a shoulder bevel all the way to the end. This is one of the pin sleeve bracelets, the modern era of Nautilus bracelet construction. So you'll need a block and punch if you want to size these at home, but note that there is an intermediate sized link in there in case you find yourself in between sizes. There's a clamshell lock for this double folding clasp. And the opposite side uses ceramic spring-loaded pin snaps so that over time, the clasp itself, let's get the little tag out of the way, but the clasp will not wear down the pin snaps or reduce the tolerance right there. That's why a ceramic pin snap is used. Of course, the watch is in gold, and the case is intricately decorated. You have polish, you have satin, you have the case back, the mid case, and the bezel. Screw-down crown. The watch was rated at 120 meters. Of course, Patek now calls the 120-meter watches 30. Just know this, you're more than safe to swim with this watch. Designed by Gerald Genta in 1976, the Nautilus has always struck me as a more fully realized version of the Royal Oak. Why? Because the Royal Oak has the rounded polygon bezel, but then everything inside is circular. Here we have outer bezel, inset baguette diamonds, by the way, invisibly set, inner bezel, dial, and crystal, and they're all the same rounded polygonal form, whereas on a Royal Oak, the interfaces are all round. We have a sunburst metallic over this lovely rose metallic dial. We have diamond indices. And of course, this watch does have a little bit of lume, maybe even more than you would suspect at first glance. So the hands are punchy, and we even have most of the hour indices. Now, the watch features the prior 324 caliber. Recently, it's gotten the new 26-330, which means recently it's gained hacking. But let me demonstrate something important to note. If you apply a little bit of back pressure with these Patek center second automatics, you get into a place where you can actually stop the watch quite easily. And so all it takes is a little bit of back pressure. You can even coast back and then let it go when presumably you stop it at 60, and the minute on your reference timer crosses the minute, you let it go, and now you've effectively hacked it or synchronized it. Of course, we do have, let's just make sure we're not in the date change danger zone here. We do have a quick set for the date. So you can rapidly reset that if you need to do so. Caliber 324 is a unidirectional winder with ceramic bearings, those two features making for very efficient winding. 4 hertz, 45-hour power reserve, quick set, free sprung with a Gyromax style shock-resistant balance architecture, anti-magnetic silicone hairspring, which is both anti-magnetic and due to the profiling of the hairspring, though it is flat, it can breathe concentrically like an overcoil. We have 6-position adjustment, and Patek rated these at the time the watch was made to run no worse than -3 + 2 seconds per 24 hours, so quite good, quite a bit better than a COSC chronometer. 29 jewels, nicely decorated. Another feature of the Gyromax balance, in addition to being more shock resistant than a mobile stud index, It also allows for more precise adjustment to fine timing by moving the eccentric masses on the rim of the balance. And again, everything here, although part of series production, Patek movement families, the 324 is still decorated to a standard that's quite a bit better than a lot of others in the high luxury class, including F.P. Journe, Jaeger-LeCoultre, and Audemars Piguet, especially Audemars Piguet. So this is a watch that has a lot to love, including the fact that they are super rare. Sometimes I encounter these jeweled Nautilus models, and the first one I encounter is often the last one. In fact, I've discovered some of them exist on the wrist of collectors, having never previously heard of them before. So this is the 5723 1R. If you want a Nautilus unlike any other, game on. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.